Hello, everybody at CMH. My name is Joe Bitter. I'm an alumni, graduated in 1991, and I'm very excited to be doing this. So thank you for the opportunity. A little background on me: I'm a sales exec or account exec at River Run Computers. I've been there for 13 years. River Run's been around for 26 years. Paul Riedel, the business owner or CEO of River Run, is unfortunately a Marquette grad, but we won't hold that against him. Has been a good friend of mine for years, and before this I was a school teacher, and I got into sales just because I think sales done right is teaching. So anyways, you have some questions for me, and I was hoping to answer them for you. What is the value proposition that River Run offers our clients? Essentially, what draws people to River Run is a higher level of conversation, in that we know that anybody can come in and make your switches work and make your servers work. And let me back up. River Run is an infrastructure firm, so what we do is we maintain people's network remotely or on site, or if it's in the cloud, we can maintain it in the cloud. Just make sure it's healthy, it's secure, and up and running. We also do consulting in terms of business disaster recovery, business continuity, which means in an absolute disaster, how do I make sure my business and my data is safe? So we're basically business consultants, and I'll talk more about that. But anyways, so what we offer our clients is a higher level conversation in terms of business. We are business consultants that happen to be in IT, and that's what I always tell my clients, so that I get them to focus in on their needs, their business, and then we go, oh no, okay, now I understand that. Okay, well, how does that relate to IT? What does that mean for you? Well, so what? Big deal. Okay, great. Now, these are your business struggles. These are your business successes. Let me give you ways that IT can enhance this or make you more successful. So that's a big thing. What we do that would draws people to River Run. What also draws people to River Run is the experience. We have 26 years in the industry. We have 37 engineers. Many of those, I'd say, about a dozen of them, which is pretty much unheard of in the organization, have been with us for over 10 to 15 years. So there's the experience, the processes, the procedures all comes together. That's how what brings them to River Run, and then we keep them to River Run by the consulting, the long-term planning and understanding of their business and how it relates to IT. How has your company adapted or changed in the following areas? Human resource, I can't add a lot to that other than I just do want to comment that we have a part-time HR person, and then with COVID-19, she's been very good about telling us what we can and can't do, and are we an essential business, and where can you go, and where do you need to work, and that's been very good. The one thing that we have with River Run that's very nice is that Paul Riedel has done a very good job of setting a culture of empowerment, and that leadership empowers their people to help their clients, and we have a sense of just mission to our goal, and our job every day is to make sure that our clients are happy and healthy and up and running and successful. And by that, but that's so ingrained with us at River Run that HR just kind of says, go do it. Here's what you're supposed to be doing. Here's the guidelines by do it. Now go do it, and they trust us, and enhance it. It's kind of a two-way street in that there's not a lot of, at least in my perspective of River Run, there's not a lot of checking and making sure things are micromanaging. People just do their jobs, and I think that's a credit to leadership at River Run. I think it's also a credit to our HR department, just setting the guidelines, people knowing their expectations, and then going and doing their job. Marketing and sales, yeah, it's definitely changed, and where we're focusing with our clients, and we do tech flashes, which is an email to our clients. We do social media. What we're focusing in on is, okay, as you see, most people are going to be working from home, and this may become a reality down the road, where every March, God please no, everybody's working from home, or if we have these outbreaks where remote access becomes more and more necessary for certain organizations, and we have that conversation of how do you get your employees to work remotely? How do you get them to work remotely and be secure? in terms of making sure they're not clicking on things and bringing bad stuff into your network, and so that they don't have the ability to download any proprietary or trade secrets. And because when you working remotely, you're basically putting a tunnel to your network, from your house to your business. And if you do that, it opens the network up to attacks from the outside, and it also opens up if you have not a very scrupulous employee to download the data. So that's something that we're having a lot of conversations with our clients, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does, but that's really what it comes down to. With marketing and sales, with Riverrun and IT, it's such an ever-changing thing. And with COVID-19, it's just another one of those situations where, okay, this is the new reality. How do we need to make sure we need to educate our clients in the new reality? Financing, expenditures, borrowing. Riverrun hasn't changed at this point in time. Riverrun is strong. The IT sector has always been strong, even in recessional times. So that hasn't really affected us per se. Although, as I talk to many business owners, and I talk to Paul Riedel, who knows? This is the one time in my lifetime where the future is a little less clear. I think everybody believes we're going to come out on the right side of this, and it's all going to be good. Yet we're all kind of going, well, what is it going to look like when this is all done? Are we actually going to get to go out inside and play? Will there be baseball? Will there be the Masters? Will there be the Kentucky Derby? Who knows? So it's kind of a new reality that while we believe we'll be fine in terms of borrowing and expenditures and things like that, I think there's a general feeling of just a little bit of let's be a little careful on our spending. I think that's a general attitude across the board that I'm finding with my clients. In terms of my clients, what we definitely reach out to them about that, and if they're in a financial spot where they can do this, now is a good time to have the projects that they need to get done because things are slower and things are not as running as fast, and you can concentrate on a big project, and you can concentrate on pushing things into the cloud or changing out your servers. You can do those things as long as the finances are there. And the other thing that we offer is that we have partners in the leasing arena where we can help our clients find good ways to finance larger projects. So it's all kind of new. It's nothing new for Riverrun. It's just maybe more to the forefront in terms of financing. Every once in a while I'll get a financing deal. I've just had a greater understanding or more of them happen lately in terms of, well, we can't pay for this now, but we need to get it done, so can we pay it off in a lease? Hope I'm not rambling too much. In terms of operations, supply chains, this is the interesting part. Because most of our manufacturing for IT is done in China or in other parts of the world, we've been having difficulty getting laptops. We had a run on laptops. In the last 2 weeks, I've sold more laptops than I've ever sold in my entire life. And that's just by the pure fact that everybody's got to work from home. Oh no, what are we going to do? So we've been actually working with our clients about, well, option A is a laptop, option B is get a desktop, and then you can remote in, and I don't want to get into that, it's kind of technical, but there's a lot of different options that we can do with that. But when it comes to the supply chain, we've had difficulties getting certain things for our clients, and that has led us to, in the future, make sure that we need to maybe have inventory at Riverrun, and that's something that takes expenditures, and it takes a little bit more risk to have that stack. Because traditionally, when a client needs a laptop, we go find it from one of our distributors, we go buy it, bring it to Riverrun, set it up, and then go. A situation like this may force us to have to stock laptops, and if you stock 30 laptops, that's $30,000 right there. That has to be sitting in your office and hopefully able to sell, and that raises the risk level for the bottom line, for the general ledger, whatever it may be. For your profits, and it's something that Riverrun has to decide. Also, we are looking, I know this for sure, that we are looking at other distributors. We're looking to have, we have about 3 or 4 major distributors that we go to get our equipment. we're looking to branch out and have more options there. So, but that's been the most interesting in terms of what it means for the future. There has been a great deal of conversations of that an event like this may bring manufacturing into the United States a little bit, because if you're putting everything out in China, and China, I'm just using China as the example, if they're doing all your manufacturing, well, what happens if China has an outbreak and now we can't trade overseas isn't very easily done. So I think you're going to see I'm hoping and I believe that you'll see more manufacturing coming back to the United States for that very reason. It may not totally go away from China, but I think there's going to be we'll have a plant in the United States so that we have it supplemental, so that we don't have to have this problem again. Is your business deemed essential? Yes, it is. It absolutely is. As IT, everything in the world is on your computer. It used to be file folders in a file cabinet. Now it's on your computer, and that's become more and more essential, obviously. And so that's why we are. And how has it affected your business? We're just plugging along. It's just I don't think it really has changed us one way or the other, because we just knew we would be essential, and we're just still helping our clients. We're just busy helping our clients, and so it hasn't really affected us per se, because whether or not we were been essential or not, we would have had to find a way to get to help our clients, because they would have been needing us. So hope that makes sense. Once we come through this COVID-19 situation, how will your business change for the better? I think we're going to have different conversations with our clients. In the past, I've had conversations with my clients with disaster recovery or business continuity. And business continuity just means if something weird happens, can your business continue? And in the past, my clients have basically said, yeah, it's a great idea. Maybe we should do something like that, but I'll take my chances. I got other things to worry about. That's way on the lower end of the list. Already, I've had my clients come to me and say, maybe we should think about that. Maybe we should put a plan in place to, if this happens again, how do we move all of our clients to work at home? Or better yet, what can we do to our infrastructure, our servers and switches on site or in the cloud, to make sure that we are more flexible in times like this? So I think it's just made the conversations in terms of IT of strategic planning, and option A, option B, option C, what if this, what if that, what if this. Well, the what ifs are coming true today, and so I think it's going to make the conversations that we have with our clients a little bit of a higher level and a little bit more of a long-term planning, which is what River Run focuses on. We're very agnostic when it comes to what kind of infrastructure you have, whether you have Dell or HP or servers or SANs or whatever. We're more of, well, how can we make that work for you? And how can we make sure that it's always viable for you? And so I think this situation just brings those conversations to light. So I think that answers all your questions. I've enjoyed this, and I appreciate the time, and I hope you guys are having a good time at Catholic Memorial. I did. I had some great teachers there. Gail Bauer has long since retired 2 or 3 years ago. But I know Steve Placetti is still there, Mr. Placetti, so you make sure that you tell him that Joe Bitter says hi. And I hope you all are safe and happy, and I know you're probably going a little stir crazy, but we will get through this. So thank you for the time, and go CMH.